Hi, welcome to Motorcycle Tours to Spain Top Tips Camp Cooking. Now, we also do hotel tours. I'm not talking about hotel tours, I'm talking about when we're camping and what do we do? How do we approach our evening meal? Well, the first thing to say is that all the campsites that we go to are always pre-booked and we always confirm they've got a restaurant. Many, if not most of them, we've actually stopped at before. But if we are trying a new route or adding a bit in, then maybe you need to go to a campsite that we've not visited before. What we do tend to do is go to the local restaurant, be it at the campsite or in the village around the corner, order a meal, a few glasses of wine, a couple of beers, and that's when the banter begins, and that's when you have a jolly good laugh. We love the Mediterranean diet. The gambas pil, the tortillas, the paella, the ham and cheese. Gorgeous. The pork, the stews, estofado in Spanish. The stews are to die for. Now, we have had a few hiccups in the past. Got to a campsite last year, one we'd not stayed at before, and we had confirmed the booking and we'd confirmed the restaurant, but we got there. It said, can we book a table for 8 o'clock? No. Why not? Restaurant's full. Well, you could have given us a heads up. We had another campsite I went to on the way out of Portugal, and we went to book the table and they said no. I said, but you've confirmed you've got a restaurant. She said, we have got a restaurant, it's shut. So it doesn't very often happen, but it can. Now, we're never going to go hungry. Look, you can always jump on your bike and nip to the nearest village, restaurant, go to the supermarket. But I don't know about you, but once I've had a day's ride and I get to the campsite and set my tent up, I'm not normally in the mood for jumping on it and riding out somewhere. So I take up backup provisions. Now, you can approach cooking in the camp in a variety of ways. Simon and Tommy were on a Pyrenees tour last year. They camp cooked quite a few nights and they were actually gourmets at it. They all had all the equipment and they could rustle up a really good meal. I'm not so keen on that myself. So I'll show you what I do. I carry my Coleman's multi-fuel stove. Now that's petrol. I changed to petrol stove because it's easier to get petrol than it is gas. It's not impossible to get gas in Spain, but there's garages everywhere. If I'm away for more than 2 weeks, like the Devil's Breath tour that's coming up, I would also take my Primus bottle with me and I'll have spare fuel in there. Top tip, don't carry that in Portugal. The Portuguese aren't over pleased with you carrying spare fuel. Oh, let's just pause that there a moment. It's also worth saying don't carry spare fuel onto the ferry. We've had quite a few lads stopped and searched last year and the year before actually, and one of the things they're looking for is spare fuel in canisters. So what I do is I've got my stove. I also carry a very lightweight pan. Now that's a good size one that fits in my pannier, and it's aluminium. It takes up no weight. And before anybody says it takes up too much space, no it doesn't, because you can fill it full of stuff. So that goes on there. Then fill it with water and get the water boiling. Then what I choose to take with me, just maybe 3 or 4 pouches on a 3-week trip, just in case, is this kind of stuff. Now this is Wayfarers, there are other brands. That's a chocolate brownie pudding. You can get sticky toffee puddings as well. That one is an all-day breakfast. You can get chilies, you can get curries, you can get pulled pork, venison I've had before. There's a variety you can get. Now, I don't want to wash up when I'm camp cooking. So when the water's boiling, I'll put a main and a pudding in the boiling water. I just let it simmer. I'll have a beer while it's simmering, just sit and wait, go off and talk to somebody. After about 8 or 10 minutes, turn it off. If I'm busy, that's fine. That can sit in that hot water. When I'm ready, all I do is rip the top off and eat it straight out the packet. I also carry with me some salt and peppers, some tomato sauce, some vinegar. If I need to spice it up a little bit, depending on what I'm eating, I can always add that. They take up no room at all. There are other options to these, because these weigh a little bit, not too much. And that's this system here. Now, I'm not over keen on these. This is Dehydrated and it weighs nothing. About the same price. And all of these 3 meals have got over 1,000 calories in it. And this, you just take the top off and add boiling water. And it's sort of, I'm being disrespectful if I say it's a glorified pot noodle, but you get the idea. It's better than a pot noodle, but I'm still not keen on the dehydrated food. So I recommend always having a couple of these in your pannier, wherever you're going, if you're camping. And on the Devil's Breath tour, I'll probably be taking 3 or 4 of these just in case. Thanks for watching. Ride cool, ride safe, ride Spain.